Hello everybody, long time no see. Welcome to another Currently Inked, this time for May 2025. I think before we start with the Currently Inked for this month, I wanna quickly take a look at last month's ink combinations and talk about my thoughts after having it inked for like a month. So I was super happy with Diamine Pine Needle in my Kaweco collection Olivine. I used this a ton and I actually just switched it out because I thought another green would be better for May. Otherwise I would have kept it because I absolutely loved it. I was also really happy with Diamine Chilly Nights. I had it in a Jinhao 82. And I actually kept this combination for this month because I loved it so much. I really liked this one. This is Kakimori Tototo. I had it in another Jinhao 82. I used it a ton. I really like this ink color. It's kind of like, it just sits between a red and a pink. I really like the color. It's not too bright of a pink, but it's also not a standard red. I really like it. This, however, did not work out at all. This is Diamine Wilted Rose, and I had it in a Jinhao 62. And I think it was more so the fountain pen rather than the ink. I just felt like this fountain pen and ink combination, it was really inconsistent. I had lots of skipping. At times there was just too much ink coming out. Other times it was skipping, it was too dry, I wasn't getting any ink on the page. And again, I think it is more so the fountain pen. And also, this ink is relatively dry. I find that a lot of like muted colors like this, like dusty colors, can be on the drier side. I have no idea about ink formulation and the chemicals behind it, but that's just something that I have observed, that dusty colors can sometimes be a little drier, so I feel like that also wasn't helping this fountain pen. Can I actually show you? Yeah. So I was trying it here, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but in person I can really tell, based just off my handwriting, that I was frustrated with this fountain pen, and also that the ink is just really inconsistent and kept getting drier and then wetter again as I was writing with it, and it was super frustrating. And I think I kind of abandoned that fountain pen towards like the middle of the month because I just wasn't having a good time writing with it. This, however, is my TSWBI Eco Espresso Bronze, and I have it inked with Diamine Walnut, and I also kept this from last month. I think this is the third month that I have this combination because I'm so happy that I have finally found a TSWBI that works for me, and I think the walnut ink is just super nice. It's not a super warm brown, and it's really dark, and I really love it. This one, however, I was liking this one. This is Diamine Good Tidings from the Black Inkman calendar, and I had it in my Kaweco Parkeo. I just found that I wasn't reaching for it a ton, so I decided to not ink this up again for this month. So yeah, that's my review of April. Some hits and one miss, and this one I don't know, I wasn't gravitating towards it. Maybe because I had Chilly Nights, which comes out like a really dark blue with shimmer in it, and maybe that's why I just kind of didn't really need the black. I don't know. So those are my thoughts on my April inked fountain pens. Let's get into May. I think I'm just gonna take my cousin out of the cover so I have a bit of an easier time swatching everything. So for March, I actually decorated this page, and I feel like I'm kind of missing that because I didn't do it in April, and I feel like I want to have at least some decorations. So I'm gonna try to find some stickers that I'd like to have. I'm just gonna quickly flip through this sticker book. If you've never seen this or never heard of it, I highly recommend it. I absolutely love it. This is actually my second edition. Let me show you. My first edition, this is the Antiquarian sticker book, and this is the Bibliophilia edition, and I love them so much. If you are into vintage stickers of any sort, then I highly recommend you check out these books. They are honestly so great. I hope you can see it well as I'm flipping through. I really love these stickers. I use them a lot in my journaling. And like any page I open, I just love the stickers. So let's try to find something that I'd like to use. I'm thinking kind of florals and maybe some insects. Ooh, I have this ant here. I already love it. I think I'm gonna use that one. I think I'm just quickly gonna put down some washi tapes, and then we have like a base for the stickers to sit on, whichever stickers we decide to use. Okay, so I definitely want to use this ant. It's just screaming at me for some reason. Let's put her here. Oh, that is matching up so well. I think I want to use another one on this double spread because the colors are just so nice. But we have a bunch of letters right here, which I don't know, I don't really want. Well, this is also matching up quite well. Oh, look at that fish. Oh my god. I'm kind of loving these florals. I think I'm gonna use those. They're quite big though. Let's see if I have enough space for those. I think it will be fine. Okay, love it. I have 6 fountain pens. Again, for me, I feel like 6 is kind of my soft spot for fountain pens. I feel like I don't get bored. I also don't get overwhelmed. I feel like that's the perfect number for me to use every month. I will just display them neatly and we can get into some ink swatches. So my first ink for this month is Diamine Amber. I was kind of worried that that ink would be a little too light to write with, but it's actually fine. I've already written with it and I really liked it, so all good. I also can see a lot of the shading as I'm writing with it, which I love. It kind of leans very orangey, but in the lighter strokes it stays quite yellow, which I really like. So this is Diamond Amber. And I have it in my brand new Kaweco collection, which I also really like. So this is the Kaweco collection. Honey. And I have it in a fine. And the ink is Diamond Amber. I really love the combination of the fountain pen and ink. I think they go well together. It's of course not a perfect match, but I'm not really super picky about having my ink and fountain pen match. I kind of just use whatever I feel like, you know. I told you that I loved Pine Needle, the green that I used in April, a ton, and I kind of didn't want to switch it out, but I decided to switch it up because I thought that Aurora and Klinger Altgoldgrün would be a better match for May. In the Hobonichi, the grid is always a different color each month, and I thought that Aurora and Klinger Altgoldgrün would be probably the best match that I have in my collection. It's not an exact match, but close enough for me, and it definitely matches better than Pine Needle, which I was using in April. So I thought I would go with this one. I love Altgoldgrün. I use it a ton. I also always ink it in the same fountain pen. I don't know why. This has kind of just become my favorite combination. I guess because it's the best color match that I have. So that's why. But it works well. I've never had any issues with it. I've also never had any issues with the Jinhao that I always ink it up with. It's just a good combination for me. So this is my Jinhao 82. I'm just gonna call it green. I honestly don't know if they have official color names. I feel like I always see them with random names. And the ink is Aurora and Klinger. Altgoldgrün. So that's that combination. I really love it. Again, Altgoldgrün is a staple in my collection, and also I feel like green has really become a ink color that I feel like I want to have every month. I love using lots of floral stickers, and I just feel like green ink always goes with pretty much every spread, so I love it. Next up is something super exciting. It was my birthday in April, and I got a brand new fountain pen and actually 3 inks for my birthday from my father, who might be actually watching. If he does, hi Papa. This is the ink that I got. It's Purple Pizzazz, and I really like it. Let me show you. It's a shimmer ink, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I really like it. I'm gonna shake it up and swatch it. I feel like you have to shake these inks really well if they have a ton of shimmer. Oh, it's so beautiful. I absolutely love it. And the fountain pen that I have it in is also new. I got this for my birthday, and I absolutely love it. It's the Narwhal Original Plus in the colorway Amethyst. I always have to remind myself how to spell Narwhal. That's interesting because here they have it written Narwhal, but on the packaging they definitely have it spelled differently with a V and a U. So I'm not really sure which spelling to go with. I guess I'm gonna go with this one. So the Nahvalur Original Plus in the colorway Amethyst. And I have it in a fine. Pretty sure I have it in a fine. And the ink is Diamine Purple Pizzazz. I love this combination. I love shimmer inks. I love Diamine. What can I say? This is my first ever Narwhal fountain pen, and I was kind of scared because I was actually texting with someone here on YouTube that said that hers was writing super broad and she was having troubles with it, but I'm actually super happy that mine is working perfectly fine, and I've been writing with it a ton already, and I really like it. I really like that the grip section is quite long, because I've realized that I'm holding my fountain pens quite far back when I'm writing with them, and I really like a long grip section, and it's just so pretty with the purple nib, the monochromatic purple look. I absolutely love it. It's become one of my favorite fountain pens for sure. So next up I have a repeat from last month. This is Chilly Nights from the black ink blend from last year. Again, lots of shimmer in this ink. So I'm gonna shake it up real good. And we can take a look at it. I really like this ink. I feel like dark shimmer inks are just really my thing. I really like when the ink is super dark, and the shimmer I feel like just stands out so much better when you have it in a darker ink. For example, if we had amber with shimmers in it, I feel like they wouldn't really stand out that much. But if you have a darker ink, I feel like the shimmer just really pops on the page. And this ink, when I opened it in the advent calendar, it kind of reminded me of one from Ferris Wheel Press that I really like. I think it's Crystal Clear Legacy or something like that. It's not an exact match or anything, but it just reminded me of that ink that I really like, so I knew that I was gonna love this one. And again, I just have it in another Jinhao 82. So this is another Jinhao 82. I'm gonna call this my dark blue one in a fine. And this is Diamine Chilly Nights from the black ink blend. Again, another ink combination that I really like. I think it fits with the fountain pen actually super nicely. The Jinhao handles the shimmer great, which I'm super grateful for, because it's in a fine, but I don't have any issues with it skipping or ink flow problems, so I'm really happy with that one. Next up I have another repeat from last month, and I think also from March. I have Diamine Walnut. I really like this ink. It's a neutral to cool toned dark brown, which I really like because most browns are often really warm and this one isn't, so I really like it. Let me show you. See how it's not too warm. I really like it. It's like a true dark brown for me. It's not leaning too orangey. I really like it. And again, in my TSWBI, I'm so happy with this pen, I can't put it down. So this is my TSWBI Eco Espresso Bronze in an extra fine, yes, an extra fine, and the ink is Diamond Walnut. Another great combination for me, of course not an exact match with the fountain pen. I think I could risk putting KWC It Smells Like Coffee in this one. I didn't when I got this pen because I had some issues with TSWBI in the past, and especially scented inks can tend to feather, and I always had feathering issues with the TSWBIs. So I decided to play it safe and I put Diamond Walnut in it, which I love. I love the ink, I love the combination with the pen. But I initially, like when I bought it, I was hoping that I could use It Smells Like Coffee with this one because it's a coffee themed pen and it would just fit so well. And I think I will use this up for this month, and I think for next month I want to risk it with It Smells Like Coffee from KWC, which again, a great ink. I love that ink as well. And lastly, I'm back to an old favorite of mine, which is Kaweco Smoky Gray. Let me show you. I had ink cartridges of this ink, and I loved it so much that I decided to get the full-size bottle of it. And then I think by the time that I bought the full-size bottle, I was knee-deep in the fountain pen hobby, and I just acquired so many inks quite quickly that I kind of forgot that I owned it, which makes me really sad because I actually really like this ink. Let me show you. It is quite a light gray, but I think it's still very legible. I also have other grays in my collection that are kind of hard to read, but this one isn't. And I really, really like it. It kind of has a bit of a purpley undertone, which I really, really like. And I have it inked in another Jinhao. Are we surprised? I keep using these Jinhaos so much because they are very cheap to get. They're also very easy to get, and I feel like you can just play around with them. You can take them apart and have your own combinations and colorways, and I just love using them. This is the 82 Mini, I think is what these are called. I'm just gonna call this my Jinhao 82 Mini Black and White, and I have it in a fine. And the ink is Kaweco Smoky Gray. So in theory, I would have room for more inks, but I feel like that's kind of overkill for me. Again, I think 6 inks is kind of what I like to use. I always like to have a brown and either a black or a gray for whenever I just feel like I want a good standard. I always like to have one ink that complements the color of the Hobonichi grid for this month. This month it's Roten Klingalt Goldgrün. I love this ink, the Chilly Nights, so it was a repeat ink from last month. I wanted to use it again. Again, this one because it was my birthday, so I really wanted to use it. And then I don't really know how the Kaweco honey with the diamond amber came into my mind. I guess I just thought it would go nice with the purple, and it would also go nice with the green. I feel like these colors together look super pretty. So I'm excited to see how my journal is gonna look at the end of the month with all of these inks used. I will of course let you know in next month's Currently Inked how everything went and whether I was happy with the combinations or not. Thank you so much for checking in with me for another Currently Inked, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.